Hello everyone, welcome to Anime No Me, and thank you for joining us for another One Piece video. Our favorite rubber captain, Monkey D. Luffy, is currently facing one of the Navy's most powerful admirals, Admiral Kizaru, whose light-based devil fruit abilities are extremely formidable. However, Luffy, with his determination, intelligence, and newly developed skills, does stand a chance of defeating this imposing adversary. So in today's video, we're going to talk about how Luffy can defeat Kizaru in this great fight that is currently taking place on Egghead Island, and how the end of this fight could make Luffy world famous because of all of his achievements. But before we dive into the video, if you're new to the channel or even if you've watched a bunch of our videos, we'd be absolutely honored if you'd leave us a like and even subscribe and maybe leave us a comment letting us know what you thought of the video. It really helps us out, especially with that old YouTube algorithm, and it keeps motivating us to make more content. If you'd like to help out the channel in a bigger way, consider sharing this video or another one of your favorites with your friend. Well, without further ado, let's get into the video. So my friends, Luffy's new Gear 5th has given him a critical advantage because in this state, his already remarkable elasticity is heightened to cartoonish levels, and this allows him to defy the laws of physics. His increased speed, strength, and durability are more than impressive enough to take on someone as fast as Kizaru. In this fight against Admiral Kizaru, Luffy can use his flexibility to avoid Kizaru's quick light attacks and respond with equally quick and powerful strikes. But to overcome Kizaru, Luffy's going to have to manipulate the elastic properties on the battlefield around him, making it much more difficult for Kizaru to hit him with his light attacks. Luffy can make surfaces elastic and even create obstacles that reflect the light rays fired by Kizaru bounce right back at him through his environmental manipulation. And this creative use of his rubber abilities can neutralize Kizaru's advantages in speed as well as his ranged attack projection. As Luffy has advanced his mastery of Haki and perfected nearly all three forms, his advanced armament Haki, and especially the internal destruction ability, can allow him to attack Kizaru directly and overcome the light form's intangibility. And with his Haki-infused attacks, these are going to be powerful enough to harm even the toughest Logias, making Kizaru very vulnerable to his Haki-enriched punches and kicks. Now, although Luffy might sometimes come off as a bit of an idiot, because he kinda is, we cannot downplay his absolute brilliance on the battlefield. And through a combination of his clever strategy and extraordinary elastic abilities, and also improved mastery of Haki, this is going to give Luffy a real chance to surpass Kizaru. And by using his abilities creatively and strategically, Luffy can find holes in Kizaru's defenses and finally defeat the Marine Admiral. You see, Luffy is especially known for his incredible ability to learn on the fly during battles, and he has the ability to quickly observe and understand his opponent's fighting patterns. So during the fight with Kizaru, he could analyze the Admiral's movements as well as his attack strategies and find gaps in his defense and counterattack strategies. And this talent for strategic observation is obviously one of his greatest advantages. One of Luffy's most powerful weapons, though, is his virtual unpredictability, because he's able to innovate and improvise new techniques and strategies on the fly during battle. And this means that even if Kizaru is prepared for Luffy's standard moves, he's gonna have difficulty anticipating and protecting himself against the surprise attacks and other innovative tactics that Luffy will come up with during the moment. Luffy is also quite good at creating chaotic situations and taking advantage of those during battles. He can use his environment to his advantage and manipulate objects and terrain to confuse and even disorient Kizaru. He can even use his elasticity to hide in unusual places, and then appearing when least expected to launch a surprise attack. So this unpredictable and adaptive fighting style makes it extremely challenging for someone like Kizaru to anticipate and even react appropriately. But Luffy also has something that many of his opponents underestimate, and that is his emotional resilience. He's faced countless tragedies and adversities, and this has made him incredibly mentally strong, because even when things seem impossible, Luffy has the ability to remain calm and find a solution to the problem. And this resilient mindset can help him withstand devastating attacks and always get up and keep fighting, even when he's seriously injured. So because of that clear-headed nature, Luffy would be able to take advantage of his observation and anticipation skills to predict Kizaru's movements. He would then study his skill patterns, and this would allow him to predict the Admiral's movements before they even happen. But of all the things that I've discussed already, Luffy's unpredictability would be his biggest advantage, because at crucial moments in battle, he could surprise Kizaru with innovative and unexpected techniques. And through his creativity, he could transform his elastic body into some pretty surprising shapes, tricking Kizaru and launching attacks from unexpected angles. Using these surprise tactics, this would keep Kizaru constantly on the defense, making it difficult to predict his movements, and additionally, through Luffy's emotional resilience, even when he was injured or tired, he would be able to continue fighting with unwavering determination. Throughout Luffy's journey and past experiences, his emotional emotional connections with his crew and friends have always given him inner strength to resist any kind of attacks, and most especially in this moment against Kizaru. And he'll even be able to continue fighting because of everything that's on the line. So even in the most difficult of moments, Luffy will figure out a way. In this climactic moment, Luffy can emerge victorious, proving once again that this rubber boy's unwavering will can surpass even the power of light. And Luffy's victory of Kizaru would reverberate throughout the world of One Piece and possibly result in a shift in the balance of power. Furthermore, Luffy's victory over Kizaru would further solidify his status as one of the most powerful figures in the world of One Piece. He would be respected and feared, not just for his skill in battle, but also for his ability to unite people and inspire them to achieve greater things. His reputation as a young pirate who defeated one of the Navy's most powerful admirals would spread quickly, strengthening resolve for those who fight alongside him. And this would cause Luffy to become one of the most recognized pirates worldwide, possibly even surpassing the fame of other Yonkos. This victory would also have a significant implication for the political world of One Piece as well, because the Navy is one of the most powerful organizations in the world, and it would be shaken by this defeat. This would question the infallibility of admirals and show that they are not invincible. So public trust in the Navy might decline, leading to a shift in the balance of power in the world, with many more people rising up against the tyranny and oppression that the Navy protects on behalf of the world government. And not only that, Kizaru's defeat would also have an impact on Luffy's crew, because his victory would further unite the bonds between all of the Straw Hats. And this would strengthen their resolve and further their commitment to protecting each other from the ever-increasing dangers that will undoubtedly arise after accomplishing this feat. This deed would cement Luffy's crew as one of the most formidable and powerful in the world, preparing them for the future challenges that they will absolutely face in this final saga to find the One Piece treasure. Most of all, Luffy's victory over Kizaru would not only be a personal achievement, but a transformative moment in the world of One Piece, because it would be proof that the strength of a young pirate spirit can surpass even the most extraordinary powers. And this would inspire future generations to follow their own dreams and believe in the power of unwavering determination. Luffy's victory over Kizaru would echo across the seas and become the stuff of legend, where Straw Hat's heroic deed would inspire possibly the next generation of pirates, warriors, and dreamers, showing that there are no limits to what someone can achieve with the right dedication and courage to take on the challenge. And again, Kizaru's defeat wouldn't just be a victory for Luffy, but would act as a symbol of resistance against the Navy and world government's oppression. So ordinary citizens who often live in fear of governmental forces could find hope in Luffy's example. The oppressed would realize that even against seemingly invincible enemies, the will of a young person can shake the foundations of the established power. And this could once again provoke that new era of pirates and resistance in the world. As for the Navy, they would be in a state of shock. Public confidence in their ability to maintain peace and order would be shaken, possibly to its core. And the Navy's top brass might even question their own strategies and the effectiveness of their leaders, because Luffy's victory would force the Marines to reevaluate their policies, actions, and even trigger a possible seismic shift in the existing power structure. One other facet to consider are the other Yonkos and Supernovas and even other pirate leaders around the world, because they would notice Luffy's impressive feat, and his victory over an admiral would not only be a shock to the pirate community, but it might also redefine expectations about who is truly worthy of respect and fear across the seas of the world of One Piece. There's even a chance that some pirates might wonder if they're on the wrong side of history as they consider the possibility of uniting under the same banner of Luffy, the young man who challenged and defeated one of the pillars of the Navy. And let's not forget, as I said earlier, Luffy's victory over somebody like Kizaru is more than just a simple personal achievement. It would symbolize that capacity of spirit of a young pirate who seeks to achieve his goals and achieve impossible feats. This would be a powerful narrative of hope and perseverance, and thus, Luffy's victory over Kizaru would become one of the most inspiring and enduring legends in a vast and mysterious world of One Piece. So as we see more and more of these achievements by Luffy, this is what's going to raise him up to possibly the same level of fame as Roger, because he's going to become a pirate that is impossible to be stopped by the Navy or even the world government for that matter. So Luffy's victory over Kizaru, it's not just going to be about his physical or technical skills, but his cunning, his unpredictability, adaptability, and emotional resilience. So if he can bring all of these qualities together, Luffy will have an absolutely real chance of surpassing Kizaru and prove once again why he is one of the most formidable pirates in the world of One Piece. So with all that said, my friends, we'd now love to know what you think about it. What do you think is going to be the outcome of Luffy's fight against Kizaru? Because in a recent manga chapter, we did see that he is currently down for the count, recovering from his use of Gear Fit, and he even had to be bailed out by Frankie. So when do you think we might see Luffy resume the fight with Kizaru, and how long do you think it's going to take for us to see an outcome from this battle? And also, how do you figure Saturn, that Gorosei that's also on Egghead Island, will figure into the calculus of this battle? Will he be the one who actually sees Luffy defeat Kizaru, or do you think he might actually intervene and keep the victory from actually happening? Let us know what you think about all that in the comments below. So as we wrap up our video, we'd like to thank you all so much for watching, especially those of you who've made it here to the very end. Make sure you comment on any themes or ideas that you'd like to see in future videos. And also, since you made it this far, give us a like and hit that red subscribe button before you head out to take on the rest of your day. I look forward to seeing you all in our next video. Let's keep sailing this giant sea together. Take care.